I believe it's monthly notes or something, monthly meetings or weekly meetings. You got to keep records. There's a lot of stuff you do once you incorporate that you have to be mindful of, or you do
You got to
not.
pay taxes.
You got to pay taxes. Yeah, you're essentially getting a business license once you incorporate. So you got to follow the regulations to keep your license.
And
Get
that varies greatly state by state, too.
Yes. So
Wherever you are physically located, that's where you need your business license.
yeah, we'll talk about that when we get to the lawyer episode. Next is step 5 is get financed. We're seeking crowd capital, but you can either go out and try to find investment via an angel, which is usually a investor who isn't looking to gain great profits. He's usually just doing it almost on a charitable basis because they believe in you and they just want to give you the proper seating and startup to run your company. And they usually ask for like a tiny. They ask for a tiny portion of your company or they will ask for a certain amount of profit in return just because they believe in your company. They're known as angels. They're not looking to be predatory or hone in on your business. Then we have the venture capitalists. You can reach out to
They're
them too.
predatory and looking to hone in on your business. They're the polar opposite. But
yeah.
in a lot of ways, that's what we hear all these people getting rich off of their businesses. It's because of venture capitalists.
Well, they have if you watch Shark Tank, that's venture capitalism. That is the perfect
You
example.
not angel investors? I thought they were angel investors.
Not asking for 55% of your company. That is not angel investor. No. Next is most businesses begin with private financing from credit card, personal loans, help from family, second mortgages, savings, etc. As a rule of thumb, you should have at least 6 months worth of your family's budget in the bank just to be safe. Always play it with some buffer and some safety. I would suggest you have a year. But if you're tired of waiting, at least have at least 6 months.
So what I will say too is before you quit your job, make sure that you have a safety net.
Yeah.
You have to have some type of income saved up. But here's the big but. We'll probably do a whole episode on this later.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do something on like funding sources.
Oh yeah, that fundraising. We have an episode on fundraising coming up.
So there are tons of grants and initiatives that literally their entire purpose is to give you money to start businesses.
We will list that. We'll be exploring that and listing that in financing episode.
Yes, and that's actually a very important thing. A lot of people feel that it's like going to college, right? People feel they can't go to college because they can't afford it, which is not a false statement. But if you are poor and you have good grades, you can afford to go to college because there are loans and there's grants, scholarships, and it's literally tax dollars that work.
I got a couple scholarships myself when I went to Santa Monica, so yeah.
So, I mean, the thing is, the mindset, the poverty mind state that I can't do it because of the money is what stops a lot of people from having businesses. So once you overcome the poverty mind state, then you can move forward. And rather than saying, I don't have the money to do this, it's how do I find the money to do this?
Correct. All right, next is setting up shop. We're going to be mainly located on the internet. We're going to make YouTube, Twitch, and whatever else our home. But
one day we'll have a brick and mortar building somewhere.
Hopefully, yeah. We have to have offices, and we want to work with people and have a collaborative space. So yeah, we're going to have a brick and mortar. But for now, we're probably just going to be collaborating via the internet for the first couple of projects, and then when we fingers crossed turn a profit, we'll be looking into a brick and mortar. I want to go back to Inglewood so badly, so I would love to go back there. But knowing Ian, will probably be in Long Beach. So
no. I mean, I'm Burbank now, baby.
You're Burbank now, but I say Inglewood if I have a vote.
So the big thing, well, I mean, of course you have a vote. The big thing is, it's finding what locations are ripe for your business.
Gotcha.
So how it's spelling out locations, right? So our business, like I said, it's not a real issue. It becomes more of a, this is where I want to go. That's like when Chandra Rhimes opened up Chandraland. I think that's somewhere in like East LA, where they're revitalizing portions of the city, buying blocks, all kinds of stuff. A lot of film companies do that.
Yeah.
But if your business is dependent upon location, this is a pivotal thing.
Yeah.
So if you are in the business of, retail sales or food, cafes, all these things, then your location is going to be the thing that makes or breaks your business in the first couple of years. Until you get a name for yourself, your location is what's going to help you have the foot traffic. Does your place have parking? Is it accessible? All these things matter so that you can get to your audience and your audience can get to you. And then the things that you're selling, they can pick up easily. You want it to be accessible. So that's a very important thing is location.
All right. And the last thing, which is super important, is the learning experience. It's the biggest pain in my, it's like little daggers to my heart, but it's necessary.
Did I sign up for the School of Hard Knocks this year?
So the book listed as Conduct Business by Trial and Error, which is absolutely true, but it basically get prepared for learning experiences. It will take a while to figure out what works and what does not. Follow your business plan, but be open and creative. Advertise. Don't be afraid to make a mistake. And above all, have a ball. Running your own business is one of the great joys in life. Love it like you would a person. So to reiterate, the 7 rules are: complete a personal evaluation, those questions. Analyze.
Am I ready?
Say again?
That's the am I ready question.
Yeah, am I ready? Analyze the industry. Don't get caught by surprise. Make the business legal. Choose your S corp. Plan accordingly. Get your look. Get your protections in place. Draft a business plan. Do not void that. Make a business plan. Make a business plan.
I think, a great episode, because I think that's where people fall short. They feel uncomfortable about making a plan. It's something too big for me. But we'll point out some easy strategies and some free things that exist so you can do it.
Get financed. Once you have a plan, it makes it easier to find the money. Start saving. You have your budget. Find out what you can do to lower it. Start showing it to people. Start showing your idea that it's not just an idea anymore. It's a viable thing. That's a viable business. Show that your product is a viable product, that your service is a viable service. And if done properly and communicated well, you'll get financing. But the thing is that it's probably not going to be the first person that you go to, or the second, or the third.
Passion comes in. You got to be able to have the wherewithal to push through.
Or the 10th. Again, Harry Potter. Look up J.K. Rowling's experience. That book, which is a $1 billion industry, was rejected by everybody, and yet she persevered, and now she's given most of her money away to charity and proclaiming everything.
Books, movies, man.
And proclaiming everything is gay. So set up shop, find a location, make sure that it works well for you, it works well for your lifestyle, and it works well for your home life. Keep all of that in mind. Keeping foot traffic, which we're about to get to researching, and conduct business by trial and error. You have no choice. Your passion will make you persevere. If you persevere, you'll succeed. Really quick before we get to the researching and we end it, here are some 5 questions that you should ask that will be that you should ask yourself. The answers to these questions will be more helpful than any list of hot businesses. Number 1, what is something that I like? Oh, sorry. Basically, these are the questions that help you solidify after all things are said and done. You can move on to the step of researching. So these are the questions to ask yourself. You have answers to them. Then screw it. Just get ready for the next step of making your business happen. 1, what is something that I do well that I like to do? 2, is there a market for this business? 3, can I afford to start this business? 4, what will distinguish my business?
Mm.
And 5, can I make a profit?